Hey guys, Supercar Street Racing, and welcome to part 3 of my $35,000 pool remodel project. Now, part of the pool remodel project, of course, is going to be replacing the LED color changing bulb that is in the pool. So, a lot of the older pools have a 10-inch white spotlight. Now, that was made by a bunch of different companies. Mine is an Amerilight, and there's an easy way to take that bulb out and replace it with a LED color changing bulb, and that bulb is controlled by the switch. So what you do is you flip the switch off and on a number of times to change the color pattern. Well, that was the old school way of doing it, and my bulb was left on when I went out on a trip for about a week, and I got back and some of the LEDs were burned out. So what are the cons of doing it this way? Well, of course, the bulb housing is a metal housing with a rubber gasket around it, and that can leak if you don't install it correctly. So every time you change the bulb in that type of pool light with a metal housing that sits in your niche, you have to buy a new gasket, or it's recommended that you buy a new gasket. And you put that new gasket into the metal housing. I'll show a picture on the screen right now of that. And then you put the housing cover back on, and then you screw that into the pool niche, and that is how you replace a light. Now, it's the same procedure if you're just replacing your light with a white spotlight as you are a bulb that has LED color changing inside of it. So I had that in my pool, and it is in there now, but like I said, I think the blue LEDs are completely burned out in that now. Now let's talk about what you have to do in order to replace the entire housing, or in this case, put a new Poolexa LED color pool light into your existing niche. So the way that it works with your old school pool light is your old school enclosure actually has a place for the cord to go through, and then the cord actually goes all the way from your enclosure to your circuit breaker outside, which I will show you guys that in a couple of minutes. And so when you put a new bulb in there and you put a new housing, now if you're just replacing the bulb, you're okay. If you're replacing the whole housing, let's say your housing is worn out like mine was, you have to pull a new cord all the way from the pool light down underground through the conduit and up to the electrical box there. Now you're going to ask me, how do you do that? Well, it's pretty simple. So what you do is you take out the existing housing. It should have some extra cord inside the housing in the niche. They recommend that you leave about 4 feet of extra in there when you put a new bulb in. And you cut that wire, you tie the new wire onto that with electrical tape. You tie it really tight, and then you come to the electrical outlet junction box and you grab the old wire and you pull the new wire through and reconnect your new wire. Now, what we have here is a little bit of a different change for my LED color pool light. Now, this is new technology. This is a Poolexa LED color pool light for in-ground pool. Let's get out the tablet. So we're going to get some video of this here with the tablet. Now, this is exactly how it came out of the box. It kind of came out messed up, and so I want to make sure that I wire it up and that it does work in case I have to return it. But you see here how the box was broken. So what we're seeing now is we are going to do an unboxing of this live with the tablet here as the camera source of the live unboxing. So I already took the plastic thing off. I took it out of the cardboard box, obviously. Now let's get this thing opened up and see what's inside. All right, so this is the Poolexa LED pool light for in-ground pools. All right, so first thing we have here is our instructions, and it looks like the same instructions that I pulled offline. So a good look at that. Here's your instruction manual. And let's take a look at what's underneath that instruction manual. Alright, so here we have the actual pool light. Now notice this fits into a regular 10-inch niche. And so you would actually remove your old pool light housing completely, which actually goes into your niche, and you would screw this into your existing niche. And so it's this simple. It's just a thin little disc here. Very hard to unbox with one hand, but I'm gonna make it happen. All right, so there is the new pool light, the new technology here, where there's not some big long bulb that has to go in place of your old white spotlight bulb. And if you look behind it here, it is completely sealed. Comes with a 50-foot cable, although a 100-foot cable is optional. So you can see right there the screw hole where you just screw it onto the existing niche, and there is the cable underneath it. There's your 50 feet of cable, and if you see the end here, there's the end of the cable. Red, blue, green, and black. Now, so a little bit of something else you need to know about this is that the pool light here that it is replacing inside the existing housing, this pool light is 12 volts. The existing pool light is 120 volts. You can't just take this and wire it to the existing wire. This actually has a controller that wires to your existing 120 volts, and it provides you with 12 volts, and then that connects to this wire, which we are going to do here live and see if we can get some power going to this light. Now here's the actual controller, and I'm going to need to grab some scissors to get that done. So I'm going to go grab some scissors real quick, and we will be right back. Okay guys, when I said I was unboxing, I really was unboxing this live. I went ahead and got some scissors, and you can see here that this guy is very well protected by styrofoam on the top and the bottom. So let's take a look at what is underneath there. So it's actually upside down. And here is the controller, if we can get it right side up without breaking the actual pool light now. All right, so here's a good look at the controller. And this is what actually controls the light, and it is Bluetooth. There's a link to the actual manufacturer website. Poolexa is the brand. Pretty sure they copied Alexa, but that's okay. So that's a look at the controller. There is a open part right there, but it is able to be hung on these two screws, which is probably what I will do. It actually has 4 screws to hang on. So once again, one of these wires goes to your 120 volts, the other one goes to your 12 volts that goes to the pool light. And just remember, 120 volts outside, you will have to do a conduit. That should be in conduit outside. So it looks like we got a power light right there. We got a gradient light. We got a steady light. We got a dimmer, a speed, and then we got some colors and some programs here, and I guess an app, Bluetooth control. It must have an app on the phone that we need to download. So we'll take a look at that momentarily. But for now, let's see if we can get this guy wired up and working. All right, guys, so we got the light rigged up right now. So what we did here, I'll show you on the tablet. So we've got the DC 12 volt side coming out. There are 4 wires here. There is a black, a red, a blue, and a green. You can see we got these nifty little quick connectors on it that I got off of wish.com. Black, red, blue, green to black, red, blue, green to the pool light. The other wire coming out is hot for the 120 volts. It is wired up right there to an extension cord end that I kind of rigged up. And now we are going to plug it in and see what happens. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this extension cord plugged in, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got the light rigged up right now. So what we did here, I'll show you on the tablet. So we've got the DC 12 volt side coming out. There are 4 wires here. There is a black, a red, a blue, and a green. You can see we got these nifty little quick connectors on it that I got off of wish.com. Black, red, blue, green to black, red, blue, green to the pool light. The other wire coming out is hot for the 120 volts. It is wired up right there to an extension cord end that I kind of rigged up. And now we are going to plug it in and see what happens. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this extension cord plugged in and we'll be right back. All right guys, now for the moment of truth, and you're gonna see it as I do. We got our extension cord plugged in over there and we've got our light wired up. So what will happen when we hit the power switch? Let's find out. All right, so the light did come on, guys, and it looks like it is on white. So you can see there white isn't actually white. It's going to be as close to white as you can get. So let's push this red button. All right, so there's red. And let's try green. There is green, good to go. And yellow is a kind of mixture of 2 different colors, but you can see it all works. Cyan, pretty cool color. Let's try blue. It's a nice dark blue. The light is bright. In a minute, we're going to turn off the big light and see what that looks like. And there is purple with a nice shade of purple. Now let's try gradient and see what happens. I have not used this before. All right, so it looks like it's just flashing between them. So okay, here is push the gradient light on the controller and that fades between them, and then there is a speed. Let's slow it down. All right, cool, there is the speed. Let's go ahead and get this light over here off so you can see this better. So there is gradient, guys. So those are the programs that are available. Now the next thing we're going to check out is the Bluetooth app control and see if we can get that working. But so far so good, no problem. Notice again, 12 volts here from the controller to the light here is 12 volts. From the controller to the wall is 110 volts AC. All right, let's try to get the app working now. All right guys, so we are now looking for the app. It's called iPoollight. There's the app right there. Let's go ahead and get that installed. Okay, so that's installing iPoollight. It says to install that app. While that does that, we are going to get on the camera on the tablet. So we are now recording on the tablet. We have the app here. Let's go ahead and open the app. And it wants to use my location. I'm going to say OK. And now it says to be 30 foot within range. And so let's see. It says to install the iPoollight app. It says to push the app Bluetooth control button on the control panel. All right, I pushed it. It's flashing. Start the app. The app will automatically search and match the controller. I don't even have Bluetooth on my phone on. It is on, okay. So I did not on the camera on the tablet. So we are now recording on the tablet. We have the app here. Let's go ahead and open the app. And it wants to use my location. I'm going to say OK. And now it says to be 30 foot within range. And so let's see. It says to install the iPoollight app. It says to push the app Bluetooth control button on the control panel. All right, I pushed it. It's flashing. Start the app. The app will automatically search and match the controller. I don't even have Bluetooth on my phone on.
It is on, okay. So I did not search. So let's kill the app and go back in and see if it finds it now. Okay, not sure if it is connected or what. Let's see. Okay, so it works. As you can see here, I push green, it turns green. I push blue, it turns blue. You guys can see back and forth between the tablet and the light that it is working. I'm going to go ahead and press mode now. I'm going to do, I don't know, red, green, gradient. Oh, there's all kinds of selections on here. Mode. What is ring? Oh, you can actually just select on the phone with a ring what color you want. Tricolor gradient is 3 colors. 7 color jump. 7 color gradient. That's the one I like. Alright guys, so the app Bluetooth control works really good. And you guys are seeing both the app and the light here. So I guess you can set it to go to music, but I would bet that's the music that the phone hears. I bet it's not the music that the control box there hears, so that's kind of worthless for me. It has a timer on here as well, at the bottom right there. It has settings here. You can change the skin of the app. It's got an operation guide. Yeah, so it's got a lot of cool features here that you can go between colors, you can flash, and you can change the speed. And then we have, here's the Bluetooth devices that are available. There's one here. Yeah, man, this is pretty cool. You can do custom here. You can click a color, and you can go between colors. You can do the breathe, jump, flash, or gradient, and then click run. So this is Poolexa control light. Now I'm going to show you guys, it is raining outside, but I'm going to try to show you guys how you connect the pool light outside, because this is a success. The pool light actually works. I don't have to return it. So we are good to go, party people. All right, guys, as you can see here, it is a rainy day in Florida. We're supposed to have rain all day today. I was going to show you guys out here as much as I can without actually getting wet, but see the pool over there, the pool light is over there in the corner. Right now we have a switch right here that is currently controlling the pool light. That will no longer be the case. Just notice when I turn the light on here, it should come on. It's on, however, blue is really burned out pretty bad, so that's why you can't see what's happening there, but there's red. So there's the pool light. Now, there's only a hot wire in here, there's no neutral, so I had to buy a special smart switch to be able to control the pool light. Now, over here, on this side of the house, we have, next to the wall here, and you can barely see it right now. Let me go ahead and go out there. We have right here a wall box. Now that box right there, that octagon shaped box right here, is actually where the pool light comes up in from. Pool light wire comes up from the pool light, and that will have to be pulled back through from the pool light over there all the way to, getting the camera wet, but all the way to back over here on the side of the house by the wiring. And then my plan is to put the control box right here on the wall as close as I possibly can and run possibly some conduit from around the corner right there, because I don't want the control box outside. Now the other option is running the control box inside the house, but I really don't want it. It's kind of ugly. I don't want it on the wall inside of the house right there. So chances are I am going to put it right there on the wall. The only bummer is the gutter is in the way. I'd have to probably come up over the gutter and then down as close, tuck it in as close to the gutter as I can, and then come to the left and right there to the box. So that is my current plan for the control box here. We will have some more video when we progress some more on the pool, but I hope you guys enjoyed this from this rainy Florida supercar street racing. Talk to you guys later, man.